There we go. Two. Three. I'm more behind the scenes. Oh, okay, there we go. Hey, am I in? That's not it. Wait.
Well,
Yo, what's up,
full of
Taryn?
shit.
you've got.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Am I all
Yeah.
set up and can you hear
You
me?
gotta
Yeah, we can hear
define
you.
yourself.
Oh, no, it's not echoing. Nothing's all right.
Sentinels.
Everything's alright. What's up, Taryn?
Okay. I just been doing a lot in the time I had left. I didn't know if I'd set my mic up again or not. What's going on? Is one of someone playing music or something, or is it?
No,
Hang
you
on.
want me to play Hell's Bells?
It's not. It's alright. It's just I had a YouTube video just on one of my windows. Just decided to play. It's alright. I fixed it. Oh, I've got 100 windows and one of them's playing fucking music, and I'm like, which one is it?
Right.
Kill them all. Let the ram free the rest.
I don't.
Free
Well,
the
you
sheep.
asked a question. You asked a question, Richard, and that's just something you're gonna have to discern yourself. I'm
Hey,
just
did
telling you.
anyone have a look? Did anyone have a look at that Mario shit that I made? I made that
Hey,
in an hour.
Taryn, can you tell me how you're gonna smash my balls again?
I got a lot of balls to smash, including my own. I have priorities. I have to prioritize.
Wait, why do you have to smash your
I'll give
own?
I've got a good way to explain my priorities. Ball smashing. Here we go. Got a good video for that. Oh shit!
I'm
Did
trying to find that link I just gave.
Why do you have to smash
That
your
video
own
there,
balls?
my Domino's video, really explains ball smashing priorities a bit clearer.
Is that
There we
how
go,
I
Wayne
sound,
Stewart
Matt,
just-
to you?
No. No.
You sound like a Queenslander. Maybe
Yeah,
almost a Northern Territorial. Nah,
down
it-
under.
maybe even as far as a Western Australian.
Bro,
He's
I'm
from the land
Melbourne,
down under.
Victoria, man.
That
I'm
doesn't
in
sound
Melbourne.
Victorian
I'm
to
in
me.
the hardest lockdown state in the country, bro.
Nah, that's
Matt.
Queensland talk, man.
You might like this video I put. It's fuck
People
you
in
by
Victoria
M4.
don't say bro.
Or is it- Did you drop
That's
it?
sticks
What?
talk.
Yeah, it's about Taryn's stupid video.
Wait.
But
Dude,
yeah, did anyone have a look
Where'd
at the
you drop
Mario
it?
thing that I did?
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance, dude.
I couldn't sleep the other night.
Setting up a shop.
I couldn't sleep the other night, so I just spent an hour. Thought, oh, I'll try to do a little Mario Kart thing. It's I got funny ways I can make things like real fast, even though it doesn't work as well as it looks. You can see the wheels don't even spin, but it was just a quick thing I did in like 1 hour.
We are anonymous.
So you're gonna be killed, man, aren't you? Like, you should be out visiting family and friends and getting.
I have no
things
family
done
and friends
before-
left.
You have none.
So what if they don't kill you? What if the injections that they've been giving you is like microchips, and then like all of a sudden they're gonna turn you as their ultimate weapon?
I haven't
and use
I haven't
you
been
against
injected
people?
by anything for a long time. I'm
Who's to
sick
say
of
they haven't
dying
already-
anyway. Look,
What
it's
if,
like
what if they
this.
chipped you?
Yeah, I've,
what if they
I've
chipped
already.
you and
Yes,
they're
I
gonna
am. I
use you
am
to
chipped. Do
fight-
you want to see? Do you want to see some of my chips?
Or are they gonna use you to? Are they gonna use you to fight us? Are you gonna turn into a Terminator?
I am a Terminator. I'm the Terminator. Look, here, I'll show you my chips. Here's some of my chips. I've got tons of chips in my
Terminator?
head. I have. I've got videos showing the animations on my head. I've got chips all through my head and shit.
What?
I really do.
Well,
That's
we
one.
had
That's
a talk
another
about
reason
this.
why they want me.
We had a talk about this, and you know.
Yes, I do.
there-
I've got all kinds of chips
here's-
and shit in my body.
Hang
real.
on a second, Jeremy. Let me kind of share some validity here.
Please do.
You know, so there would be, you know, that being an actual image, right? Things like that deep within the brain, the logical brain, physical barrier of the brain, would have to be grown like an apple.
Yes.
So we're talking
Yes.
seed embedded into the apple.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
and this actually backs up my story. I said
So-
I was actually implanted and grafted into a fetus.
So
I was reinserted.
You know that literally looks like staples from your head being
Wait.
fucking stitched up. Dude.
Staples?
I have staples in my head. That's literally what they look
Staples
like on
inside the center of my head.
X-rays. No, it's on the fucking side of your head, dumbass. Like when you get
It's
stitches on the
inside
side
my
of your
head. It's
it
not on the
pops
side of
up.
my head.
No, it's not. That's a side angle view. How do you know it's in your head?
Because
I do
that's
have one
from an
question,
actual.
Richard.
That's if you look closely
Okay,
at the
get
image,
get
right?
A frontal.
Yeah,
okay,
shush,
Karen,
shush,
before I
listen,
believe
listen,
you-
listen. Look at the left side. You see there's a series of images?
Karen,
These are
listen to me.
slices inside my head. Okay, do you see? Look at the
Before
position of
I
which one
can
of these
listen-
images.
before
It's in
I
the
can-
center of my
before I
head.
believe you, Taryn, I want to get a frontal picture of your cranium.
I
So
have
I can
I
see
have
that
a
that is
front
in the
and
center
side.
of your
This
head.
I've got
Okay,
a
then
video
show me.
somewhere, but I can't get it right now. But I'd have to search for it. I don't have the time spare to go search through hundreds of videos to find it. But I do have an animated video. This is from a DICOM viewer. It should say you should see in the, if you can read the small writing. It's from a DICOM viewer of
Oh
my
my
head.
God,
If you look this
man.
up, you'll see this is an actual 3D scan of my head. If you look at closely at the details of which image this is in the center of my head. If you actually look at the bone structure on my head, okay? Does that look like it's in the center of my head or the side of my head? Look at my forehead cavity and everything. It's in the center of my head, not the side. You see?
Why you, bro?
Jeremy,
Karen,
so
I really
do have-
hope you know that my ex-girlfriend's a doctor, and I'll ask her and send her these pictures.
Jeremy,
This
I
is
do
just
have one
one. This is
question.
just one frame out of many. I've got a lot more.
Yeah, dude, she literally just told me those are staples in the side of your head.
Yes, she didn't. Because if this was
Jeremy.
the side of my
Yes,
head,
she
why would you be
didn't. What?
seeing? Why would you be seeing the
Yes, she
bones
did.
in the center of my head?
Hold up.
If you
Jeremy, I
if you
gotta-
slice an apple in half, right? You see the core. You see the like the skeleton of the core, right? You're seeing the skeleton of the center of my head. You can see the cavities of my skull.
Right.
You can even
Well,
see my
Jeremy,
spine.
I do have one question for you. I watched the video in depth.
Which
where
one?
you were getting those, the ones where you were getting those injections, and I did some research. Oh, I did some research in regards to like that hospital and like the unit that they like issued you to. They were giving you a liquid, long-lasting agent antipsychotic.
It is a neurotoxin that that has a 100% chance of causing severe brain damage. And the hospital administrator
it
is
on
a
paper,
convicted
is
mass
it?
murderer. The hospital administrator is a convicted mass murderer who was taken out of prison. He was supposed to get like life in prison, the maximum penalty for the most horrific crimes imaginable. He was taken out of prison after 4 years of being in prison and put as hospital administrator and used as for the government to kill whistleblowers.
What?
He worked at Chelmsford. The most. You think of things like you hear about things like MK Ultra. That's nothing compared to this. Look up the
Well,
Chelmsford scandal. Him and James Woolcock. You look up James Woolcock. They both killed their own wives in cold blood as though some kind of ritual thing that they did. They both worked with Harry Bailey. The government tried to cover up the records. I got to them before they deleted them.
Bro, you're
And they-
you're outside of Sydney, okay? And there's a main mental. Hang on. There's a biometric center not too far from where you're at. Even Richard knows about it.
This the Wyong Hospital for Mental Health.
No. I'm talking like biometric chain. Richard, what is the name of that goddamn place?
Here's another reason they want to kill me. I was infected with a man-made virus in the 1990s. I was a witness and guinea pig for horrific things beyond your worst nightmare. I was the only survivor because of my genetic thing that I have with my regeneration and stuff. I was the only reason I survived. I was the only survivor out of thousands each time. All the experiments they did. They experimented with a host. They're going to infect the virus that I first got infected with. By accident, they were going to transport it to Sydney and infect people in target population in Western Sydney. The car crashed on the way halfway there.
Jeremy.
In my local area. I caught it, almost died because of because I was used for experiments. A whole series of shit went down. All the whistleblowers got killed. A long story there.
Richard, well, hang on, Taryn.
That's another reason why they want to kill me.
Richard and Taryn. Richard, you're not too far from Taryn. What the hell is the name of that bio laboratory not too far from you out of Melbourne? Between
Yeah, Melbourne's like really far away from Sydney.
I believe it's called IMED.
Yeah.
IMED?
The one we have one here that's close to our Royal Children's Hospital. Remember, we covered that. We covered that here in Melbourne. So we have our own biometric lab, which is not far from the Royal Children's Hospital. But I'm not too sure. So let's get this right. Where he is in Sydney, man, he's not close to me, man. He's about 10-hour drive, 11.
Yeah,
Really?
I flew down to Melbourne once. It took a long time.
All right.
Well, they got they got BioRad laboratories. They got the biological testing in Australia.
It's
laboratory.
like between Oregon and Texas.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
I
we're not
gotcha.
close, bro.
Yeah, New South
we
Wales
made
is
this
far as
one.
fuck. Yeah, they're far as
Sorry about
fuck
that.
from each other. Why did they get mad at you for hanging your anonymous flags?
I just like some of the reasons I gave before. Look, people go around saying, "Oh, they're anonymous and stuff," and pretty much people don't care. I say it, and people lose their shit because when I say it, it's not just true. I really am the founder, and I have the ammunition and the abilities and the history behind it. They're scared of me for more than one reason. Because of shit that's gone down in the past. I'm the guy that they've been hunting for a long time, and suddenly I exposed myself, revealed my identity, and at a time I thought they could take me out, and then it backfired massively, as worse could possibly be. And like, this is like a V for Vendetta scenario, man.
He's 42, right? Taryn, you still 42? You 42?
Yeah, I'm 42. Yes.
Jeremy, so like being the founder of Anonymous, why did you disclose why did you give away your anonymity?
I've covered that in my story. So look, how can I try and abbreviate? So back when my first 100 tracked me down, and we made the symbol and all that kind of stuff, is I didn't want to even make have a logo or a name anything. It was supposed to literally be as anonymous as possibly could be, and unnamed. And so the idea of having a symbol was they begged me. I covered that in my story and stuff. And I was very against taking it to 4chan. But eventually I conceded after they kept begging me over and over and over. I took it to another image board before that as well. But it's a long story. But when we made the symbol and when they were pushing it in 4chan, you see they were very inspired by things that I had done and what they had seen. Right? And all the prophecy stuff that I've talked about, they saw this firsthand. They were seeing miraculous shit happen right in front of them, okay? And this happened like around like 9/11 kind of time, and a lot of shit went down, right? And I was centrally involved in all this kind of stuff. So they really wanted to share this, what they had seen with the world, right? And there was a lot of
Who
different
found you?
people of different skill levels or knowledge of different things involved.
Who was it that found you first?
When we made the symbol and all that, and it before even taking it to 4chan, it was understood that like basically I would speak to them in certain ways that we prepared, but to try and in ways to try and protect my location and stuff as much as possible. I had people in the FBI were protecting my location for ages. That's why the FBI could only track it as far back as 4chan, because people in the FBI that I had worked with were covering my tracks for me. But with the first 120 or so that are before 4chan, shortly before bringing it to 4chan, when we'd made the symbol and everything like that, I went through everything with them, and what the the bigger picture is, right? And it was important for me not to intervene in what they were to do, but I sent them out. I sent them out and decentralized them for a reason, because of things that went on. And I said this will be a temporary thing. It will last about 10 to 15. It'll have to be. I need you to help me do this certain things for about 10 to 15 years, and then I'll come back out of the shadows. I got to do this, and this, and I need you guys to do this. And they all understood, and that was what they all wanted to do all along. And so they understood the whole situation. They did. People who came up after it, like 4chan and onwards, had no idea about any of this, but the original 120 did. And even if they had different knowledge levels of different things, they understood that, and they knew that I promised I would return in about 10 to 15 years, around that kind of timeline is when I would come out of the shadows and reveal myself itself. Right? And the reason would be is that the direction that they took, it would lead things astray, and what you might call the idea would become corrupted, and there'd be a polarity of two versions of this thing. By especially taking it to 4chan, you get a bunch of degenerate scumbags who would be inspired by Anonymous, or the true Anonymous, and they go around and abuse the power of anonymity in the name of it, and you basically two opposites. You got a good Anonymous and an evil Anonymous, the true and the false. And I had to set things up in such a way to account for this, and it was all done exactly as I expected. But they had to go their own direction, because I'm not trying to lead and control and take over the world and shit like that. I'm trying to open doors to people, to give to this world, to give it a choice, not to make the choice for it. I've covered this extensively elsewhere. It's a long story, but basically,
14 fucking
I intended to reveal my identity to what would Anonymous would be in 10 to 15 years onwards. Now I didn't I didn't have much control over the exact timing of it, because of things that went down. It ended up being like about 13 years or something like that, but the timing was not really exactly in my hands.
All right.
A lot of things happened.
Who found you? Who found you first? Who was the person who first found you?
I can't remember their name. What happened was one person, when I was first contacted by the 120, they'd already found me, but they had not approached me yet, and they tracked down my a messenger account that I had, and the first one that contacted me, I think it was in MSN Messenger. It might have been that they added me on and contacted me on, and explained the situation, and he brought me to the others and stuff like that. But it was the first contact with the 120 was in MSN Messenger, if I recall. Or it would have been, might have even been called Windows Messenger back then, but whichever messenger version, it's this generation of that messenger. That's where it would have happened a long time ago.
So really,
It's in my story. What happened? Basically, a bunch of people were trying to track down the guy that was responsible for these things, and they found other people who were doing the same thing in their search, and they're like, it sounds like the same guy I'm talking about, and they worked together to triangulate whatever different information they had to find me. They would quickly work out it's the same guy, and so by the time they found me, there was about 120 of them that had been searching, that had found each other along the way in their search for me.
So you realize what you're saying is very, very serious thing.
Dude, I just put up videos of the government raiding my home, confessing their intentions to kill me and shit.
So I've seen the YouTube page. I haven't gone through all the videos, which I do intend to do. I find it very curious. I am living in Australia. I'm seeing what's happening.
Yeah, can you speak a bit closer to your mic? I can barely hear.
I was just saying, I live in Australia. I see what's happening.
You're in Victoria, you said before, right?
It's just, I'm in Victoria. Yeah, I just find it very interesting. It's pretty mind blowing, man. Like if you're being serious, because we're in very serious times.
Yeah, well, what you said before, like I know what's going on in Victoria. Like it's all over the news around the country, right? With the lockdowns and Andrews and shit, like all that going down. That's the main story. Everything else is drowned out by that. But what's going on in New South Wales? You probably heard about Berejiklian and stuff going on there. I've got a lot worse than stuff. I've got stuff to show that I've got evidence to show. I've got documents from the Prime Minister's office and all kinds of footage and stuff to prove that the Prime Minister's office sent a request, an assassination request to the Premier's office on me. But that was earlier this year. I've got enough evidence to take like practically every part of the government down.
Well, you should be dead.
Dude, you have no idea what I've survived. It's ridiculous. I shouldn't be alive.
That's just the thing. Like in my eyes, like I don't know how big or how powerful or how much reach you have, because I can tell you now, if these governments, these people want you dead, you're fucking dead. You're dead, man.
I'm still. They're scared of me for a reason, dude. Look at how they're talking in the footage and stuff. But
let me share something.
I just want to say important point, Matt. I just want to say important point about what we're saying about the states. That stuff that I said before. I think was it you, Richard, that you said like I haven't heard about any of this stuff in New South Wales, and I put a bunch of screenshots up. Did you look at them?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, like you might be surprised, like, oh, holy shit, he's telling the truth, right? Like you might not have heard about it, but yeah, that's how bad it is, man. It's actually happening.
Did Mute himself, or did someone mute him? I don't think.
I think he's muted himself.
Oh,
I think he's self-muted.
See,
Yeah, I was making Cuddy.
all right, so let's just go back to like previous interviews that I've done, okay? Those that have been in the MK Ultra program or victims of gang stalking or been sucked into the MK program without their prior knowing or not knowing it at all, these people have been primarily chemically lobotomized, okay? You got to remember that. So I don't know. Again,
there's a bit of what you're saying I agree with, and a bit I don't.
But you remember me telling you, Taryn, whether your story is real or it's not real. You yourself believe it to be true. Whether it be true, it's true. If it's not, it's not. At this point,
I think everyone knows I believe what I say. I'm sincere in what I say, whether it's true or not. I'm at least sincere.
Very, very good. But there you go. Again, your story is believable to you, regardless of whether Matt.
I don't care. I don't care how believable it is to anyone. Doesn't matter.
Well, that's because you believe it.
No, it's got nothing to do with my beliefs.
Yes, bullshit.
It's wild as fuck. I'll give it that. It's wild.
I'm trying.
It's about logic, not beliefs.
Statements up there, smartass. Do you hear me? I'm trying to back you up by telling you that whether it's true or not, You believe it. You live it. You live it every day. So it's obviously
Sorry about
your
that.
reality, right?
There's no my reality and your reality. There's only the reality. But yes, I believe what I'm saying.
Oh
I
my
think anyone
God.
speaks to me for 5 minutes will realize I believe what I'm saying. If you hear I might say
Either
some
that or you're
outrageous stuff, you
fucking
might.
crazy.
I say some
Simple as
things that
that.
might spin you out.
Has anyone ever asked if you were manic, Taryn?
Booty
I've been
what?
accused of everything under the sun, including being an idiot chicken sandwich, which I haven't. I'm willing to
So,
wager $1,000 debate
because
over that.
I did happen to get access to their entire medical record on you, just so I could fully
I doubt
understand what they
it.
were trying to do to you. I did.
I doubt it. No, they don't have their medical records
Booty
were
gang.
deleted and transported actually to cover their
No,
tracks.
Jeremy, I have them.
Dude,
Mr.
Ilsex got
Jeremy John
swag.
Robert Martin
Yes,
of
my full name has been
7577
publicly
Oakland,
advertised for 7
Ohio.
years. My full name has been publicly advertised for 7 years. It's all
Oh shit,
public
that looks
knowledge.
better. I'm gonna use that.
I
color.
know, right? Ilsex swag. Look at that shit.
But they have a plethora of things that they're accusing you of having under this court order.
I've received all
My-
kinds of court orders, and they change day by day. Half the time I don't even exist. The other half of the time I exist under completely different scenarios all over the place. Depends on who you ask on a given day and who was in earshot. It's constantly changing.
Taryn, how old are you?
42. You established that earlier.
42.
All right, fellas, I'm out of here. Play nice. Play nice.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about that booty gang shirt, hoodie.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Booty
That's,
gang.
that's Ilsex shit right there, bro.
That's
All right, I'll catch you guys. Be careful. Be good.
Yeah, stay safe, bro.
All right.
So I was just talking about being manic. I've been accused of everything under the sun, and I don't recall mania being anything that was significantly brought up at any point.
No, they preferably highlighted the borderline schizophrenic personality disassociation with
No.
reality episodes.
No,
No,
never
I'm
heard of that
looking at your
before.
docket right now. I'm looking
No,
at
you're
your
not.
docket right now.
No, you're not.
I promise you. Okay.
No, you're not.
It's public information. You can Google your own name and find it.
No, it's not, and you
Have
don't
you
have
never
it.
have you never Googled
No such
your
no,
own
I know
name?
no such a thing. No such thing was ever said, and there's no such document.
They even have your mugshot from when you were arrested.
I didn't get a mugshot when I was arrested, actually.
That's
You-
you,
you
as
were-
your top tap.
Every time you're arrested.
Yes,
you get
I
a
was
fucking
arrested. Arrested, but
Then
I
you
was
have a
not.
mugshot.
I did not have a mugshot.
mugshot. Yeah, it's a legal procedure. They
You
have
may-
to follow.
Yes, they
you may
didn't
not have
do the
remembered
legal
it because you
procedure.
were-
They didn't do the legal procedure.
Yeah,
For
because
example, you're
you
supposed to
were
be
arrested.
interviewed,
You were
right?
arrested.
They didn't do
Yeah,
that.
look.
They didn't do that at all.
It's because they deemed you unfit and
No,
medically
no,
unwell.
no. Okay, if they deemed me unfit, then why did they let me out?
They didn't.
When I was
Because they said
arrested,
that you because you're
No,
still
no,
under
no.
house supervision.
No, I was. No, I was not. That's not at all. You
Okay,
just
then go
you're
to the
just
store
making
right
stuff
now.
up. That's not what happened at all.
So can you exit your house right now?
I'm,
No, can you go to
I'm
the
always
store
moving
right
around.
now?
I can exit wherever I am at any time.
Okay,
Sure.
then go to the store right now.
Why?
Because you can't.
I can, but I have no reason to.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
I'm telling you what your
Why
government is
couldn't
saying
I?
about you,
Why couldn't
Terry.
I? What under what
Because you're on
premise?
house arrest.
Don't
I'm
have
not
to.
under any legal orders whatsoever. Actually,
Oh, you're
not
not.
presently.
Aaron, you were just receiving a court-ordered injection of an antipsychotic.
No. You see, you're all over the place. No, look. When I got arrested, I was kidnapped by police. You've all seen the videos. I was kidnapped by police. I was actually beaten up, and all kinds of stuff was done to me. I was never interviewed. Didn't do any mugshots. They did take my fingerprints. That's it. And then they locked me in one of the little small, very small kind of cell for the rest of the day, where they taunted me. They taunted me every now and they just left me in there and taunted me every now and then. That's about it. And then they eventually let me out. And I was insisting to speak to a lawyer, and I was insisting on being interviewed, but they refused.
And only your doctor showed up.
No, never happened at all. No, you're just making it up.
No, your doctor.
I spent the day in a prison being taunted by police officers. That's it, and then they let me out.
Have you ever wondered why that on these documents they say
when
that
I spent a year in prison, when I spent a year in prison, I was not actually arrested. I was not arrested. My arrest happened a month earlier, where I was let out.
Considering that there is an arrest record of your time in and your time out, there is a record.
Let me say this again. I was arrested a month earlier for a failed assassination attempt on me. They changed their story all over the place, and then they just let me out because they had no case against me. They just wanted to beat me up and fuck with me. And then they made up a story that I had to turn up to a court a month later over accusations that don't even make sense. Just look, I'll show you right now. I'll send a file right now to give you an example.
Your medical records say you come up with these scenarios.
You try to gaslight me with bullshit.
You
try to gaslight me with bullshit. Look at this.
I'm reading you what the hospital has said about you.
This is what the actual documents say. Shit like this, okay? This was my arrest.
That looks like something you printed out from fucking Google.
No, it's not something I'm printing out from
anybody
Google.
can go write that up on Google spreadsheets and print that out.
That is a real document of my arrest, okay?
Totally.
I'm not going to waste my time spending an hour tracking down 100,000 documents to prove what you all damn well know is true.
If the government of Australia was actually trying to terminate you, don't you think they would have already done so?
They have tried and tried. And they're going to supposedly do that in several hours. The local government here is gone. There is no government now. It's gone.
It looks like run all of this through the Gov server right now, the correlation with Australia, and see if we have any ties.
There is no government at the moment. They've been suspended. Okay, they've been all been forcefully removed. There's an anonymous administrator. No one knows who they are, but there's someone else from some other part of the state government or federal government, not sure who. So they just call it an administrator who's taken over the whole government council. I put images up. Meanwhile, police are going around killing people, as I showed on the image in the screenshots. It's all collapsed. But there is technically no government presently. They've all been removed, and under really bad circumstances too, because they've gone into like $100 million. Suddenly gone into like in a short amount of time, gone into $100 million bankruptcy.
So
when they were supposed to be one of the wealthiest.
No, what do you claim that paper is?
Claim what? Sorry.
What do you claim that paper in the chat is? What is that? Is that a court document?
It is a document of my arrest. It is an antecedent of my arrest.
It looks like run what he's saying to the Gov server so we can fact check.
I'll give you. So you already know the area, so I can give you the uncensored ones. Look, just let me show you. You can see here's the with the same court at the same location, right? See Wyong local court. Look at the date, 30th of the 11th, 2016. I said it was 11th of the 11th, 2016, and so this is like at the end of the month, yeah. So at the end of the same month. So at the 11th is when the assassination attempt happened. At the same time, on the same day, shortly after I uploaded a whole bunch of several gigabytes of evidence to every single major news network in the country. Sorry? I have all kinds of documents. I have tens of thousands of documents in any one place at any one
Can you
time.
show us?
And that is not an actual court
I
document.
did that in the
That is not
past.
gonna
I'm not
show
going.
nothing.
I'm not going to spend hours going through
Karen.
documents to find out what I can
Karen,
give
are
you.
you-
I've already done that
Oh,
on so in the
Karen.
past.
Hold up, Ilsec. All right, can you provide us the full document that has your name, that says
No,
why
because
you
it
were
because
arrested,
it
and
no
how
because
you
it gives
summoned?
personal details of all kinds of people. That's puts people in danger that doesn't need to be.
But
I'd
don't
have
you
to go
think
through
that
and
if you were
censor
really
different
being-
things.
if
I would
you
have
were
to
going through-
go through and censor different things. A
But
lot of
don't
these
you-
documents
don't you find it
have been
reasonable that
uploaded
if
in the
government
past,
was-
where I
don't
have
you find it
filtered through.
reasonable- Don't you find it reasonable if the government was really trying to assassinate you to out all of the information that you can?
Okay, are
before
you
kick the
doubting the
bucket?
government is? Look, just stop gaslighting
Because
and stop fucking around.
I'm looking
Okay,
at your medical
stop,
records
stop,
right now.
stop, stop
Stop
gaslighting.
what?
Stop fucking around. I put
not
up
fucking around.
videos of a recent break-in by the government, loud and clear. It's all on camera. It's all recorded, loud and clear. You have no case. I just put up videos before of footage of the government, all kinds of hidden camera footage. Okay, crystal clear. There's no argument
Still
that
not
can be made
solid
against what I
evidence.
say.
It's still not solid
Okay?
evidence.
Only outside of just
Still no
pretending
solid
I didn't
evidence.
put up the friggin' footage.
Unless you put reasons of why they arrested you, it's no solid evidence. You have no case.
I have put reasons, and I don't need reasons. All I need is the footage.
You do need reasons. No, there is no.
No,
you
I
need the
don't.
footage,
I
you
don't.
need the
Why do I
context
need to
behind the
give
footage.
other people's reasoning for trying to kill me?
Because if
Why
you're
would I
going
need
to
to-
die, Taryn,
No, look
you
what I
should
sent
give the reason that they're trying to assassinate you. That
Why?
way they could be brought to justice.
That's not my business. That's their reason, not my
Yes,
reason.
it is. So,
Why do I
Taryn,
have to
these are
explain? Why do
paranoid
I have to
delusions.
explain what's going on in someone else's head? Why?
Because your mental capacity didn't accompany for that. You didn't create that part yet.
I don't see any signatures on that.
You're
paper
not
that
making
says
any
it's real
sense. You're
paper.
not
You know
really
what I'm
making.
saying?
You're not really saying anything. It's just all
Taryn,
over the place.
You're making all of this up. You're having a fucking episode. You've been having an episode.
Really?
You know how? Hold on.
I'm
You know
having
how
an
I know that
episode.
paper's fake, Karen?
I
No,
think
you know
I'm
how I
having
know
an
that paper's
episode
fake?
of
I'll tell
Matrix
you right
Minds.
now. I'll tell you right now why it's so fake. Potter, if you look closely, okay, so look at it and then tilt your screen upward and look at it. You can see the lines going through it across, right? That means it was done by a
What are you
shitty printer
talking-
that costs $20, and court printers are
I
thousands
don't
of
see any
dollars.
lines going
That's from a
across,
fucking
but that is in
$20
fact an
printer.
actual police.
All right, we'll say that it's
Document.
an actual document. What was the reason of arrest? It's not going to state any names in there. Just show us the reason for arrest. Scroll down a little bit on the document and send us the arrest reason.
That page didn't have the arrest reason. I have all kinds of documents. I'm not going to go through. I'm not going to waste time on someone who's just fucking around. I've already
Well,
given the
Harry,
documents.
you
I've already
can't
put up the
prove-
evidence, piles and piles, hundreds of
If you
hours
can't-
of shit.
No, you've only shown what they've done to you from your mind, from your perspective. I want to know their
Fro-
perspective.
no, I've shown
I
what
wanna
I've done
see
to
the
me from
reasons that
the
they
eyes
put.
of a camera.
I
Actually,
want to see that there's no context in that.
do I-
I want to see their reasoning.
well, why
when
didn't
you
you
said
ask
that they-
them? Don't ask me for. You don't ask me what someone else. Do I? Okay. Do I ask you? Why did Saddam Hussein beat up that child 30 years ago? Why would you be asking me? Why don't you go ask him? Oh, he's dead, so you can't ask him. But if someone's living,
They're not dead.
you can ask them.
So I'm asking you,
So-
why?
So the people
or
who
did they
are
arrest you?
persecuting me, who are living, if you want to know their reasons, don't ask me. Ask them.
Well,
you don't
have
ask
their
me
reasons.
for
It's
their
on
reasons.
document-
It doesn't
it's
work that way.
documented. You just won't show us because your paranoid delusions have blocked it out of your mind because you're only trying to live through the reality that you've created to cope with whatever it is going on inside.
I think you just went in a full circle, dude.
Taryn, your brain is a full circle. You've created these illusions, dude. Don't you understand you've created
Well, I
this
probably
to
know more
cope
about
with whatever
circles than
it
you.
is?
I can quote pi to about 200 decimal places.
Taryn, you're creating
Yeah, bro,
this to
such a
cope
real
with
document.
whatever
Okay, let's have a
traumatic
look.
What happened to
I
your
don't see.
philanthropy?
I don't see any of those on that page there.
What happened to your life before Anonymous? What happened to your philanthropy career? Do you not
It is
remember
one
that
and the same.
you were an accredited? Do you not remember you were an accredited philanthropist before Anonymous? You were decorated,
define
bro.
what you mean by accredited. I'm the anti-celebrity.
You were You were an accredited philanthropist who went insane and was acquitted into
Really?
a fucking mental asylum for a minute. I've got all your documentation.
No, you don't.
You were an accredited philanthropist. You were a fucking ideal member of society. Now on these fucking court documents, they're deeming you. What does it say in that picture? No contribution to local community. When you used to be a philanthropist.
Well, four police officers are testifying that I do not appear to have any employment and I make no contribution to the local community. Speaks for itself.
No, that means that you fucking went crazy and you lost your job and you quit.
I don't think so. I think you confused me with Terry Davis. Look, I just went to a random part of the latest video. I just clicked on it. Look, I just clicked on a thing. Look, see, just it's a random click on a video. You want to have someone's reasoning? Ask them. Don't ask You don't ask someone else, a third party, what someone else's reasoning is. However, I just found. Let's go back there.
Even if it's a fake reason, they have to have one documented.
Why do that? What people don't? People rarely document their reasons, and when they do, it's rarely even honest.
I just want to know what their documented reason was.
Their documented reason changes with the wind. These are government officials, dude. Look, here's another one. Why don't you ask them? I'm not the one you should be asking. You want to ask me why Hillary Clinton's an asshole? Do you want to ask me why that dog bit your leg?
You must know what they've done, like what their reasoning is for doing it to you, or what their claimed reasoning is. What did they claim?
Because
they
I
were
am
doing
Santa
to you?
Claus, okay? It's because I am Santa Claus. He knows when you've been sleeping. He knows when when you're awake. He knows when you've been
Jeremy.
bad or good. So be good for your bowl's sake, for your testicles' sake. They're scared of Santa Claus.
Jeremy, not Santa Claus.
I'm not smashing people's.
Well, let's see if we can find out
Are
that.
you Santa Claus, Jeremy?
I could be. Well, in certain contexts, I am.
Oh. So, do you deliver presents to children all around the world?
Well, actually, before I became a fugitive, I did deliver presents to children every New Year's Eve. I used to dress up as a superhero, Sparkle Man. I would paint. I'd have paint so you couldn't recognize me, and I end up making over. I used to do this for years, so people would insist that I kept insisting that I get a cape and a this and a that. So the development of my outfit was at the request of my fans. And every year on New Year's Eve, a lot of people will come down to see the fireworks, and they realise, oh, the government closed down the midnight fireworks on New Year's Eve years ago, and people go, oh, but then I'd be handing out fireworks to people. I'd spend on my night all night handing out fireworks to people. And then at midnight, what I had left, I'd go to the beach and light them all and chuck them up in the air, and I'd burn the shit out of myself doing so every fucking time. But I'd throw them up in a big fountain at midnight. And it was very popular with the kids. In fact, I've got some of the recordings. I've got the police are trying to make fun of me over that because they're intimidated that of me actually having a following in the community like that for things like that. The community generally didn't know who the guy was that was doing this, but the police were intimidated about it because they were trying to gaslight and discredit me, and they didn't want people knowing, so they would try and mock me over Sparkle Man out of fear and cowardice. is another good one. Ponder why people are so freaking out over me. Here's another one. That was my car. Yeah, where's my? I'll just that's a bit of my telephone.
Uploading it. You can send someone to get a copy of the footage, sure, but you cannot.
Jeremy, quick question.
It's a slow question so far.
I saw on some of the online documents where you have had your Hotmail account on there, or like not your whole Hotmail account. It's been edited out.
I've got all kinds of hot.
I've been doing some.
Does Hotmail even work anymore? Cause it went to Outlook and then I use Gmail these days. But I used back in the like early 2000s. I used Hotmail and then it went to Outlook, and then I've got accounts everywhere. I've got to find.
Well, I know. There's one. Your Twitter account and your Facebook account use the same Hotmail.
You know what's funny though, Pop-Tart?
Yeah, hold up, Ilsec. On before you say it, would it happen to be Jeremy Martin 97 or 79 at hotmail.com?
Might be, might not be. But anyway, I wasn't saying. I was getting images of. There we go. I had my wrong reader. I was getting images of the things that you deny.
Why does he only have 20 followers?
21.
Because I'm the anti-celebrity and I'm censored everywhere.
No, I doubt that.
I don't have anything to say, but
Because I've done a lot more than you, and I have what 50K or followers on Instagram. You have what 20?
you got nothing, and you're full of crap, and
I
you
don't. So
have not contributed anything in your entire life.
Oh, so this isn't my Instagram?
You go around pretending to be me.
Oh, that's not.
What's
my
it like
Instagram.
What's it like to live in the shadow of someone else?
What's it like to live in the shadow of a fucking retard?
If I'm living in the shadow of
That's
a
what you are.
retard,
You're a retard.
that retard must be a god.
No, a retard thinks he's a god.
Well, I seem to be the one that the government's scared of, not you.
No, the government's scared of having you around because you're a threat to society, because you're gonna end up killing somebody, you fucking
Okay,
retard.
then where's my criminal record? Where's my criminal record? If I'm a threat to the society, where's my criminal record? Where's your criminal record? Where's my criminal record?
Fear us. Taryn, the government doesn't fear us. We work for them.
I used to work with the FBI, not for, but with the FBI. I can show you. This is one of the reasons. This is one of the reasons I said I got 100 reasons why they persecuted me.
You fucking retard.
How do you work with the FBI from Australia?
Actually, no.
Because that's actually how intelligence agencies work. They work with people from other countries.
Taryn, you're fucking retarded because I work for them.
No, you don't.
You know, I'm gonna ask my boss right now. I'm gonna send him your Discord.
No, you don't have a boss in the FBI.
Oh, I don't? Okay, bud.
No.
Are you sure?
I'll even
I'm
screenshot
sure.
the messages where he tells me you're a fucking retard.
Yeah, right.
Ilsec does work in intelligence. I'm vouching for that.
No, he's not intelligent enough.
You'd be surprised at what he could do with a computer.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be.
You'd be surprised what any of us can do with a computer. Do you even remember who we are? Do you remember what we used to do?
Do you remember who I am?
Take that
I'm the guy that
multiply
you. I'm not the guy that you live in the shadow of.
Dude, I'm
the guy that the government's scared of, not you.
I'm a software
What was I looking
engineer.
for? There's one thing I was looking for. That's right. It's over. There's so many freaking recordings. I'm trying to find it on that video. Hang on, I'm
The
looking for
government
a
fears
certain.
nobody, Taryn.
Well, look at the footage. They're scared
Okay.
shitless of me.
Taryn, if the government wanted you dead, they wouldn't send the police. They would send hired assassins to kill you. And they
Yeah,
would,
they've done so, and they've done so over and over, and
Taryn. No, they haven't.
they've done so over and
If they
over,
wanted
and
you
I'm
dead,
still
Taryn.
alive.
No, they haven't. If they
I've
wanted you
survived
dead,
more-
Taryn,
more
Here claiming
assassination
that he
attempts than
works
I can
for the
remember.
FBI. He's mentally unstable. They have court documents he says are real, which are fake, which you've already seen.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
Yeah, hold
Well,
on.
now, what was I looking for? What was I looking for?
His
Yeah,
name
it's in-
is Jeremy John Martin, or Jeremy John Robert Martin, Jeremy.
Yes, my name has been public for 7 years.
Yeah, it's B7577 Oakland Avenue.
B7575. Oh, what?
Okay, hold on.
That's your address, Taryn.
Yeah, I'll get on that later, but
Yeah, all that stuff has been publicly
Oh.
available for 7 years.
hey, guess what, bud? He just told me that you're not legit.
Yeah, he didn't
He
tell
said
you
there's
enough.
literally
He's
zero
speaking on.
records of anything of you.
Oh, really?
And he also said you can't work for the FBI outside of the United States.
Having to work
Yeah,
for
that's not
Europol.
how it works, dude. You
is
can't. I
how
don't.
it works.
I've said I never
FBI
worked
has no
for the
jurisdiction.
FBI. I
You
worked
can't
with
work
the
for United
FBI.
States government
I've
when you're living
extensively
out of
covered.
country.
I've
You're not a
extensively
United
covered
States
it.
citizen. You can't
Yeah,
work
you're
there.
not a United States
Really?
citizen, dude.
You don't seem to know how intelligence agencies work, do you?
What? Do you not know how intelligent?
The vast majority of intelligence agencies, they work with people overseas. Because
Oh no,
they
Jeremy.
people
I found
overseas are not bound by the same laws, and they can operate through them through third party to do things that they can't. When their hands are tied for legal and legitimate reasons why their hands are tied, however, they work around it by working through third parties, and they typically have to do so overseas.
Aaron,
And
they can do
sometimes
whatever the fuck
they even
they want. You know why? Because there's a thing called the Seven Eyes, where they control
Let me
7 different
finish. Let me finish.
countries.
Sometimes they'll even send their own
Jeremy.
agents overseas under a different alias so that they can operate through that agent
happened
through
to
proxy
you?
and pretend it's a risky thing to do and pretend that they're independent when they're not. Sometimes they even go that far. It's a stupid thing to do that. Sometimes they do that. But typically they recruit people from other countries, and sometimes they'll actually ship that person to their home country afterwards if they have a use for them. But the intelligence agencies almost always operate through other people in other countries.
I found your.
That's where they get
Instagram
information
with your-
from.
I found your Instagram with your old wife. Don't know if you're still with her, and your child.
Oh, really? Well, where's this? Let me turn that volume down. There we go. Now I can find it. Okay. I had to find the right video. I got so much.
If you want me to post this in the public chat, because this is like your old life.
Where was I looking for?
Actually, yeah, post it. I want to get a hold of her and ask her.
I don't think this is her account. This is his old account that had a picture of her in it.
I can still find her. If I know what she looks like, I have a 50% hit mark.
Question
Let's see.
and
Alright, so here's a good picture of Jeremy with no beard, okay?
I've got tons of pictures of myself with no
Post this in
beard.
the chat.
It's all
Alright,
been
so
public for
here's
years.
the best- Here's the best one I could find.
Yeah,
and then
that's
here's-
like one of the most circulated pictures of me, dude.
Alright, now compare it to the person in this Instagram.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
any
It's not, there's no
similarities?
preview. There's no preview coming up.
You'd have to go to the Instagram account.
Yeah, I'm not going to it.
Okay, there. I'll just do this.
If preview's not loading, I'm not gonna go. I'm looking for a.
I don't know. Is this the same man, Ilsec?
Time to reset his password and see what the email is.
It should be Jeremy. I think it's Jeremy Martin 79 at Hotmail.
Okay, where is it?
Jeremy, you're unwell, dude.
Yeah, I'm very sick. I'm dying. I've sustained grave injuries
No,
from being tortured
you're
by the
not
government.
Dying. You're not dying.
Really, I have the
You've been
medical
dying.
records to prove it.
You've been dying since last year, and you're still alive.
Yes, and I had a heart attack earlier this year. A series of them, actually. I actually passed out and supposedly died on live stream, and my live stream got cut for copyright. I'm silent. It looks like I've just died on live stream. trying to seek political asylum. In my final moments, I pass out and die, and then YouTube takes it down for copyright violation. Apparently, unspecified copyright violation.
A picture that looks.
But I had a heart attack earlier this year, and then a series of minor ones after it. I'm not well. I'm very sick, and I'm dying. And I have the medical records to prove it. Why would you be fucking with people below this? It's fucking sick. Why would you do something like that? Really? What? After everything I've done, I've taken a bullet for you all my whole life, and you just spit on me. And you just spit on me.
We haven't done anything.
No, you're not. You're not trying to figure nothing out. You're just spitting on someone because you got an inferiority complex. That's it.
Spitting on you.
Yes, you are. You're just spitting on me out of an inferiority complex. You're spitting on me out of an inferiority complex.
You're saying these things because you're getting defensive over us trying to figure out.
I'm not getting defensive. I'm getting offensive. So here we go. Here's some of the transcripts and the audio from the actual video. This is part of the police persecution of me. This is one of the reasons why they're persecuting me. Okay, there's recordings of this stuff. I've got various recordings of this.
So, you just contradicted yourself. You said you're on the off. So you're on the offense.
Yes, I'm on the offense. Yes, I'm always on the offense.
So how can you be on the offense if we're attacking you then?
Yeah, you're not attacking me. You're throwing paper arrows at a whirlwind, dude.
What you just said, we're slandering.
You're saying we're slandering you, and we haven't done anything. All we're trying to do is run fact checks on everything that you're saying.
You are slandering me, and you're not running fact checks at all. You're full of crap. So there we have. If we're
slandering you, then we're on
there we have. I showed screenshots from an transcripted audio recording, and I got many more where it came from, where I'm being persecuted over my history with the FBI.
What's one thing I said that's full of crap? I want to know one thing that I've said that's full of crap.
Okay, what about that I have nothing to do with the FBI?
You haven't. You live in Australia.
I just showed audio transcripts of me being attacked because of my history with the FBI.
Post the video. I don't want to see that.
I posted the videos before, and I showed you where it is, and I just got the actual part of the transcript part of the audio. It's just one of many.
We don't want to see a caption that you typed up on your fucking keyboard, retard.
It is not a caption on a keyboard. Look closely. It is actually from a video.
Well, there's no
someone can't put lyrics on a video.
For example, here's a bigger screenshot of it. I'm not on the defensive. I'm on the offensive. I'm always on the offense.
Oh my god.
Does that look like a back screen to you?
Yeah, it looks like a fucking 1970s.
Maybe you're IQ blind or something.
Are you blind?
In my fourth eye.
I'm looking at one court document where you've had this one woman create an allegation against you after you claimed you saved her life, but she claims that you were her attacker.
And you know how I know you wrote that? Because transcripts automatically detect watching and watching, and watching goes to watching.
No, this is a transcript. This is a transcript.
You know how I know that, Taryn? You know how I know that, buddy?
How do you know that? Really?
Because I work with
because maybe you'd realize that I actually manually wrote this transcript. Did it ever cross your mind?
Oh, so you just said
when you have surveillance, it's transcripted.
Thank you.
You do not have clear enough. You do not have clear enough audio for a computer program to pick it up. For example, if you go to YouTube and you just say a few words with a little bit of music in the background, it scrambles to hell.
You fucking idiot.
When you do transcripts, which I actually have a lot of experience with doing, you manually do transcripts, and it's something I'm actually very good at doing.
Using public source code.
Jeremy,
transcripts are done manually when it comes to important things like this.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They haven't been used manually since.
Dude, I've been a spy for decades.
2001.
I kind of know how this shit works.
They haven't been manually done since 2001, you fucking idiot.
You haven't been a spy, Jeremy.
Really? Okay, then why does YouTube suck so much at transcripting then? Really, why does YouTube suck so much at transcripting?
Well, why does YouTube have automatic captions?
The reason, hold up.
Yeah, why does it suck so bad?
Removing your shit The reason YouTube is removing your shit is because trolls that want to fuck with you are mass spamming your videos with reports, and
Okay.
the YouTube
Actually,
bot,
no.
not
You
a
know
real
what?
person.
Okay, then
that's
how is
another
it? How
reason-
is it?
another-
How is it that I'm
Karen,
getting
listen to me.
videos that are
You're
unlisted
getting
that no one's
flagged
ever seen?
because YouTube
How are they
automatically
getting
fact
mass
checks.
spam reported then?
And when YouTube
Yeah?
automatically fact checks and finds you wrong and posting false, they delete it.
I've never been fact checked with false information ever.
Dude, every time you
Might
upload a
surprise
video,
you.
it gets fact checked. Every time you
No,
post on Instagram,
I've never been accused. Of all the things that social media companies have done to me, they've
so you've
never
never been
accused me of
accused.
fake news.
So
They've
you've
never
never been accused of
fact-checked
fake
me.
news, but earlier you said that they did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did.
I
This
have never
recording says
been
otherwise.
flagged for fake news and a fact checker.
Okay, well, you can see this
Ever.
video going on YouTube.
No, I won't be able to see because I'll probably be dead by the time you upload it.
Okay, kill yourself then.
No, I'll be taking bullets in a hell of gunfire like several people did already this
Yeah,
year
yeah, we'll
against
see
these
you
same
tomorrow.
corrupt police who
Yeah,
are
yeah,
walking
we'll see
around
you
in
tomorrow.
riot gear killing people right now.
Yeah,
Okay?
we'll see you tomorrow.
Taking bullets to save the lives of the ungrateful who spit in my face.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
You're welcome.
Tomorrow, you'll still be here in 2021, and you'll still be here until you die of natural causes.
No one can say that for certain.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't.
Oh, so you're recording me now? Okay. Yeah, he's recording
I'm
us.
saying yes, you can. No, you can't. No, you just change it to some random.
Pop-Tart, he's
do
recording me.
not consent.
I do
being
not consent to
recorded.
being recorded. I am a United States citizen.
Well, you
are
just
not
said
legally
you're
allowed to
recording.
record me.
You just said you're recording me.
Yeah, but you're in Australia. You don't have those
consent
laws.
to being recorded.
You're in Australia. I'm
Everything's
allowed to
being
record
recorded at all
Aaron.
times. Discord records everything anyway.
you. No, they don't.
They have to now, ever since the
they
2017
don't.
incident that happened.
Do you know
I'm just
how
gonna
much
use the voice changer if he's gonna
Dude.
record.
that would literally use 60 terasits each
That's
week
right.
for recording? And do you know how much storage that is? That's an entire
lot.
house every week.
Dude, I database shit
Don't
all the
even
time.
do
I understand
me.
this works, and you're full of crap.
I database you all the time. Where's your database at?
There's no way you could possibly
Big
ever
sad.
know how many
Where's
audio
it at?
recordings are being recorded.
Where's it
Now,
at?
Are you gonna post us to
Where's it
YouTube?
Do it, because he's just gonna look like a fucking idiot.
Shout out to
Really?
Pop-Tart.
Okay.
Shout out to Ilsec.
I have no problem with you recording me and putting up on YouTube. I've always said that. I have nothing.
Okay,
I have no
well then we
secrets to
said we
hide.
have a problem with you recording us, so get over it.
Would you have a problem with Discord recording you?
No, because Discord can if they
Do you have a
want to.
problem with Pop-Tart
But I
recording
know
you?
Discord's not, but I know you are.
Do you have a problem, Ilsec?
Because
Do
I
you have a
heard-
problem with Pop-Tart
Karen,
recording you?
I know you are.
Ilsec, do you have a
You
problem
know
with
how I know
Pop-Tart
you
recording
are,
you?
Karen? You know how I know you are?
Ilsec,
Do this type of
Do-
shit and you can't.
do you have a problem with Pop-Tart? Because one of you said she's recording. So, Ilsec, do you have a problem with Pop-Tart recording you?
It's not Pop-Tart, but I have an issue with you recording me, and you're not
Do you
Pop-Tart.
answer the question? Do you have an issue with Pop-Tart
I
recording
already-
you?
Did I just answer the question, Pop-Tart?
No, you didn't. Answer the question.
I did answer the question. I literally just said I don't have a problem with him recording me, but you I do.
Okay,
And you're not
Pop-Tart, do you have a
Pop-Tart.
problem with Ilsec recording you?
No,
Okay.
but we both have a problem with
Okay.
you recording us.
Okay, why? Why
Because
is there a
you're
different
fucking
rule for
retard
me?
who chops the videos. Because you post little bits and pieces like a fucking feminist.
Okay, you want to show me where I've done that?
Yeah, look at your YouTube channel.
Okay, show me where I've misquoted someone. Show me evidence that I've
Every
misquoted
fucking
someone.
video, you literally chop
Where?
shit up.
Where?
I don't know. You show me? Show me your YouTube. Screen share.
I
Screen
just
share your
did
YouTube
before.
right
It's in the chat.
now. No. I want you to screen share your YouTube so you can't say I photoshopped it.
No, I'm not. I don't need to screen share. I've already linked it all. I've
Well,
already done
I
screenshots
know
as
your
well.
tactics. You're just gonna say, "Oh, you photoshopped it." I'm not stupid, Taryn. I know how this shit works. So you screen.
If you want to accuse me of photoshopping, then look, I gave the link to.
are you
the
deaf?
channel.
Are you deaf? I
I'm
think he's
actually partly deaf right now, but sufficiently hearing because of
Yeah,
brain
well,
damage from
apparently
being tortured.
you only like to hear yourself. Because if you go back and listen, I clearly fucking said you're the one.
I find it. disturbing that you seem to be like desperate to have some kind of moral high ground over me, coming from the
No,
same
I'm
person,
desperate to
coming from the same
make
person
sure people know you're lying.
who has a history of stalking children sexually.
Oh, really? Do I? Would
Yes,
you
you
like
do.
to show me? Would you like to show me?
I can show this later if I'm not dead. Yes, I can.
So, where's your... Yeah, man. When
Yes, he
did I do
does.
that?
You
When
have a
did I
history
do
of
that?
doing it. You have a history of doing it, and
Really?
shall I be able to? Shall I be
What's it
required
at
to
then?
show it later? I can do so.
Where's it at
I can
then?
find something.
Where's it at then? Because guess what? They have access to my devices, retard. They get
Okay,
checked
why do they have
weekly.
access to your devices? Is it because
Oh
you've
my
been into a
God.
bit of trouble?
No, it's because my NDAs order me that I cannot illegally give the shit that I write up to people according to my contract. If I were to send you an exploit that I
It's
write,
not a
it's
contract,
property
dude.
of the government.
It's a legal
not
order
property of
against
you.
you. It's not
Oh
a
my
contract,
God,
it's a
you're
legal
so dumb.
order.
Do you not know what an NDA is?
Non-disclosure agreement. You're not under a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
You're
Do you know what a
actually under a legal order.
agreement? Oh my God! I can show you my non-disclosure agreement, idiot. I have it in my desk. You want to
Well,
see it?
I can show you microchips in my head, and I actually did.
Dude, I literally have the documents right here on my desk. Would you like to
I
see it?
literally have the microchips in my head and I literally showed
Okay, and I
screenshots
have,
of
let's
it.
see here. One document, two documents. Let's see. How many more do I have here? Which one do you want to see?
You talk about you can. This guy don't have enough memory to
You wanna see
record
my
shit,
NF
dude. I've got
you
chips
wanna
in my
see
head. I can
NFS
record everything.
document? You want to see my NDAs? What do you want to see?
Who knows what those chips are doing? Maybe they're uploading shit to some aliens, eh?
You want to see my? Stop changing the subject. You said you were talking shit about him. You said I don't have them, so why? Why
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not changing the subject actually at all.
Yes, you are, because I can show you them right now.
No, you can't.
I have a stack right here.
Yeah. I can. Look, I can show that I own the FBI too. Look. I don't work for the FBI. I own the FBI. Look, let's have a look. There we go. But as for the antecedent image, that is real, and so is the other images. The transcripts that I showed.
Autistic? Are you that autistic?
There is no
Darren?
such thing as autism.
Are you that autistic?
There is no such thing as autism.
Yeah,
Autism is a
apparently
label
there is.
that inferior little dick people say to those they are intimidated by. To
Yeah,
put them
and
down.
people who use inspect element are little dick retards.
I don't use inspect element.
Are you sure?
No, I'm busy making Mario Kart
Because-
shit, dude.
Are you sure you're not? You know why I know you are? You want to know why I know you are, Taryn?
I'm what? Why I'm what?
Lying.
Dude, I look. I made this
You wanna know
now.
how I know
I'm
you're
actually.
lying,
I actually make
no,
shit.
Taryn,
Okay.
you want me to tell you why you're lying?
It's not for you to tell someone else why they're doing something. It's for that person to tell why they're doing something. Unless you want to
Are
say
you
you're some kind
stupid?
of 1984
You're
mind
literally
reader.
posting a picture
You
that
don't
says,
ask
"Hello, FBI, this is
someone
anonymous." Are you
else what
fucking
someone
stupid?
else is doing, why someone else is doing
Oh my
something.
God,
You
you're
ask the
such a-
person.
Doctor, I can't listen
If you want to
this
know
anymore,
why
I'm sorry.
someone is doing something, you ask that person. I
I
don't
can't
go
listen to that
ask
anymore.
Bob why Jimmy ate that sandwich. I need to ask Jimmy why he ate that sandwich.
He's
I don't
gonna
ask
give me an
Bob.
aneurysm.
I don't ask Sarah. I don't ask Chicken. Well, looks like we're done here.
still
You just got
talking?
nothing to do but trash on me with little dick syndrome. I have to prepare
Dick syndrome?
for a
For,
shootout.
For a what?
Ta-ta.
No, is he still talking?